All right. How you doing, folks? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report for a Tuesday, Ruby Tuesday, March 9th. Hopefully everybody's having themselves a good start to their day. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner. Or if you're watching on a mobile device, just hit the subscribe button below the video. And each time we come on air, you'll get notified. And make sure you tap that little notification bell. So this way, each and every day we come live on air, you will get notified that we are here live on the YouTube channel. All right, so hopefully everybody's having a good day. And again, my name is Ron Raymond. I'm the four-time champion handicapper. Started the industry in 1996. First website I ever started was phoenixsports.com. And then from there, we grew some websites. Wrote a book in 2009 called Ron Raymond's Top 50 Sports Betting Secrets. In fact, if you go to Amazon, just type in or Google Ron Raymond's Top 50 Sports Betting Secret, you'll see a copy of the book. And if you want a free copy of the book, just send me an email, hit the contact us button here on atsstats.com, and I will send you a free copy of my book. Now, if you are new to the Raymond Report, the philosophy is pretty simple. I believe in value, percentage play, and performance cycles. And if you look at those three angles when you're handicapping sports, they factor in a lot into the decision making on how you're going to win your sports bets, right? So again, if you are interested in a free copy of the book, just hit the contact us button here on atsstats.com, leave your details, and I will forward you a free copy of my book, Ron Raymond's Top 50 Sports Betting Secrets. And I'm also the founder of the World Series of Handicapping Pro Football Season Contest. Number 10 will be this year, and I see Bo Dunn is in the house. How you doing, Bo? And let's take a look at the bullpen and see all the Ramblers and Gamblers here today. And I'm just going to say hi to all the Ramblers and Gamblers. And hopefully everybody had a pretty good night last night. In fact, let's do a little recap of last night. If you recalled, I said a lot of teams were playing 3 games in 4 nights. And all the home teams, there was 3 of the 4 home teams that played the 3 games in 4 nights, won last night. It was a day owned by the underdogs last night. In fact, the underdogs went 4-2 yesterday, 5-1 to the under after a great run to the over, but we'll get to that in a second. But again, unfortunately, the horse racing pick I gave was a scratch yesterday, so we'll have another pick today on the Louisiana Downs. But again, look at the teams last night. Vegas, Minnesota, both those teams played 3 games in 4 nights, and it was a nice win by the Minnesota Wild, 2-0. And St. Louis, San Jose, close win for the Sharks. They were a home team. Arizona playing 3 games in 4 nights. They won a nice one yesterday. You can tell McKinnon wasn't in the lineup. You take a big piece out of that power play, and it hurts the team, right? Ottawa, back-to-back game situation. But you know what? They didn't embarrass themselves. It was a 3-2 win, or 3-1 or 3-2 win by Edmonton. So, competitive win for the Edmonton Oilers. But Ottawa, they just can't figure out the Oilers this year. Montreal lost 2-1, and the other team that played 3 games in 4 nights was LA Anaheim, and that one there was far from being under. There was a couple touchdowns scored in that game, and unfortunately we were on the wrong end of that. But looking at the value selections yesterday, we talked about the value plays that we gave out here yesterday on the Rain Report. They did pretty well. Minnesota, a lot of value. Vancouver and Anaheim, 3-0 in the value department yesterday with the value selections that we gave out here. And I got some great value plays here today. I'm going to share with you guys in just a few minutes. And again, folks, don't forget, if you are new to the Rain Report, I invite you to share this video. Let's get the more the merrier in the house. And also hit the likes button. If you enjoy this video, hit the like button. If you like the show, hit the like button. And hopefully we can smash up those likes today. All right, Bo Dunn's in the house. Chad Suzuka. How you doing there, Chad, from Regina, Saskatchewan? And hopefully you're doing a good day out there today. And hopefully ain't too cold in Saskatchewan today, eh? Yep, another day. How about the Canucks, eh? Yeah, great book, everyone. Thanks, Bo. And all right, so let's take a look at the SBI. The SBI stands for the Sports Betting Index. And before we get into this, folks, don't forget, if you go to atsstats.com and you hit on the tools, you hit the podcast show schedule, and I list everything that we're going to talk about here today. We're going to give out some free horse racing. We're going to talk about the Bears and Bulls report, the line moves of the day in college basketball. We got some early tip-offs today. And 80% club stats. I got some good stats with the 80% club. We'll give away the computer picks. I'm also going to give away the value play of the day and the percentage play of the day. And the sports betting angle. Each and every day I'm going to try to have what I call the angle. It'll be a sports betting angle. Yesterday we had an angle. We talked about, what did we talk about yesterday? The angle. Underdog wins, right? Streaks, 2 and 3 wins. Today's angle is 1 goal wins and 1 goal losses. And I got a great angle. And there's 2 live teams that are live tonight. And when we get to the angle, I got a great report that I'm going to share with you guys. And I'm hoping to make that a staple of the show. And I'm going to call it the angle. It's the betting angle. And it has everything to do with market psychology and sports betting percentage plays, right? And that's my angle. No pun intended. That's my angle in the angle. All right, so Eddie Armstrong's in the house in the bullpen. How you doing, Eddie? Nice to see you there in the bullpen today. That's what I call our chat room. We call that the bullpen because there's no bull. Hey, there sure is no bull being thrown in the bullpen, right? It's all copacetic in there in the bullpen. But hopefully everybody's having a good start to the Ruby Tuesday, March 9th. And again, folks, my name's Ron Raymond, and this is where I hang my hat at atsstats.com. In fact, running a flash deal. If you're interested, we're going to probably run this all year. So no worries if you're not getting it yet. But less than $1 a day, you can get access to the Rain Report. In fact, you get access to everything except the premium picks. Those are sold separately. But for less than $1 a day, you can get access to the entire website here at atsstats.com. And you get access to the SBI. And let me refresh that a little bit. I guess the old back browser button doesn't work too well when you do that. All right, so let's take a look at the SBI today for the NHL. We're going to cover NHL, and later on I'm going to have some college basketball predictions using the ATS Calculator. So this way we get a bit of college basketball. And then Thursday, when the NBA is back at it, we're going to go right back at it, and we'll be right back to the basketball. And you know what? I talked to the programmer this morning, and I'm getting ready to unveil the new baseball website. It's exactly like hockeypicks.com. Every function's the same except for the logo and the URL. That's the only thing that's going to be different, and I can't wait to share with you guys this great website. And if you're a baseball fan, this will be the website that you will want to tune in every day and follow the top baseball pickers, handicappers, whatever we want to name them. But I can't wait to show you guys this website. It's going to be fantastic. There's Cheeks. How you doing, Isaiah Moore? Hope you're having a good day out there in Minneapolis. Should be a happy camper. The Wild won 2-0 yesterday, so congrats on that if you're a Wilds fan. Eddie Armstrong did not expect the Ducks to have two a football score to win. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, that was something else last night. I was expecting a low-scoring game, but something. Hey, what's that old saying there? Went to a boxing fight and the hockey game broke out, right? But there was a big win last night for Anaheim, 6-5, I believe the final was. But yeah, it went far from under. All right, let's take a look at the SBI today. Before we get to the SBI, let's do our free horse racing pick. I always give a free horse racing pick, and if you go to horses, go to free tip sheet. Today's free tip sheet is Louisiana Downs in New Orleans. I don't know if it's New Orleans, but in Louisiana, that's for sure. But it's in the first race today at Louisiana Downs. Post time is 2 p.m. Actually, you know what? Because that post time is already gone, let's go to the last race. So this way people have time to get on this game, this race. Now, the 7th race today at Louisiana Downs is a 4:24 post time, 350 yards on the dirt, so it's going to be a sprint. And we're going to go 5-2-7 in race number 7 today at Louisiana Downs. It's a $53,000 maiden claiming race. Again, it's 350 yards on the dirt. 5-2-7 is the recommendation of the Rain Report. Just dashing down with Alvarez taking the ride on the 5-2-1 morning line. We're going to follow up with a nice 30-1 horse. David's last game, the number 2 horse with A. Alvarez on the ride. And then we're going to close that trifecta ticket with the 12-1 shot. She's So Valiant with the 7 horse. She's So Valiant with Ransom taking the ride. And your Joker's Wild, your long shot today at Louisiana Downs, the 7th race, is going to be the 1 horse, DF Fabulous Sweet Tone. Luna taking the ride on DF Fabulous Sweet Tone. 20-1 morning line on DF Fabulous Sweet Tone. And what I recommend you do, guys, if you're going to bet the number 1 horse today at Louisiana Downs, put, say your average bet per race is $20. Put 10 to win, 10 to place on the one horse, DF Fabulous Sweet Tone. And if it comes in at 20 to 1, it's going to pay off a little nice. And if you're going to play an exacta today, I recommend 5-2, 2-7, and 7-1. And if you're going to go trifecta route, I recommend 5-2-7, 1-2-7 trifecta ticket. And hopefully that will win you a nice payday. All right, Mark Nation's in the house, in the bullpen. How you doing, Mark? I see G&G. Hello, Gamblers and Ramblers. So the bullpen's starting to be active right now. We got a lot of people. Don't forget, guys, share this link on your Twitter feed. Let's get more the merrier into the bullpen today on the Rain Report. And if I missed anybody, I don't think I missed anybody in the bullpen. Welcome to the show today. And yeah, so that's the free horse racing tip sheet today, guys. And again, tomorrow there'll be some more. And if you ever want to have the premium tip sheet, you go to horses, go to premium tip sheet, and we give you all the races today for Ruby Tuesday, March 9th. Louisiana Downs, Mahoning Valley Racecourse, Parks Racing, Remington, and Turf Paradise are all going today in horse racing. All right, let's go back to the SBI. Let's talk about NHL, and let's think like a bookmaker, like my good friend Ross Benjamin always says. And let's see what's come in the NHL last night. And, you know, I said yesterday, the NHL favorites were coming in at a 65% clip this year. And you know, we should have known after a 6-day run that the underdogs were finally going to bark. And again, underdogs had a good day yesterday. 4-2 if you bet underdogs. 5-1 on the puck line. I've been saying this for all year. The puck line is very profitable, and I'm going to show you some numbers today on the angle. Betting the puck line on teams coming off 1-goal wins and 1-goal losses that you don't want to miss today. It's going to be a good segment, so check that out when we get there. The over-under last night, 5-1 to the under. And again, it's been under, like we've been in an under season, it feels. But the bookmaker has balanced out the books lately on the season, 48.6 to 51.5% on the under. But it seems the under had a really good run for a bit there. Starting here on February 5th and right up to about here, the 24th. And then last night, broke that winning streak of the overs, 1, 2, 3, 4 days. And then last night, 5-1 to the under. So you can see that the unders had a good night last night and the underdogs. So I'm looking, you know, again, let's take a look here on the last 3 weeks. You never seen underdogs have back-to-back nights, right? They had a 4-1 night here, but then they lost it the next night. 7-5, then tied it up here next night. So I'm expecting more favorites tonight. We got a lot more games here tonight. And let me take a look here in the bullpen. Say Jared Bush. What's up, Ron? How you doing, Jared? And let me see, anybody else here that I missed? Nope. All right, so that's the SBI for today in the NHL. So again, looking on the 7-day average, we're still in the bull market for favorites. 66% of the favorites have come in the last 7 days. Neutral market now for the over-unders, which is good. And also, this is the first time we see this in a while. On a 7-day average, the puck line, we are in a neutral market on the puck line. All right, the next segment here is we're going to talk about the Bears and Bulls report. Now, yesterday, if you recall, we had 6 teams that were very bullish, and then we had 17 teams, 17 teams that were neutral, and then 8 teams that were bearish. Well, we have one more team that joined the Bear Club, and that's the Montreal Canadiens. They are now bearish. Montreal really struggling after that hot start this year. You know, they fired their coach. The thing with Montreal is they can't get consistency on offense. You know, Tyler Toffoli started off, blazing. Remember that 2 games he had against Vancouver? Scored like, 5 goals in those 2 games or something like that? And right now he's having, the whole offense is missing in action right now in Montreal. But looking at the bullish teams right now in hockey, now these teams that I'm showing you right here, these teams are what I call bullish, and I use the same analogy that I do with the stock market. Like if you're buying a stock, and these here are the I don't know if Tesla is a good name to use right now as the bullish, because Tesla had a couple rough days with the rebounding I see today. But these, I guess you can say, your GameStops, right? These are your GameStop of teams right now. Vegas, New York Islanders, Tampa Bay, Carolina, Washington, B-type team Washington. They're in the penthouse having some caviar and champagne right now. And the Winnipeg Jets. There's a couple of teams this year that I always find that fly under the radar when it comes to the ROI, right? Return on investment. I find that Winnipeg has been a sneaky return on investment team that they don't get a lot of ink in the media, but they've been a good return on investment. Them and Florida and Chicago, I find, are three teams. I always, and every year when I bet baseball, football, hockey, whatever sport, I always keep an eye on three teams that I find that fly under the radar. I think Winnipeg, Florida, without overspending, right? I don't want to pay $250 a night betting these under the radar plays, but Winnipeg are the three teams that I got under the radar that I always like to bet on, that I think they make you a lot of money. Winnipeg, Florida, and Chicago seem to be the GameStop of the teams. That's what I'll do now. I'll call these my GameStop picks, right? Because GameStop, it's all they do is keep going up. All right, so any feedback from the bullpen? Anybody with me on those three under the radar plays right there? Have they been making you some money? Again, don't forget to share this link on your Twitter feed, Facebook. Let's get more people in the house here in the bullpen and talking about today's games. But those are your teams that I think right now are your game stops here. The neutrals, I always look for A-type teams that are neutral. So Toronto, Minnesota, Florida, those are teams that are in the neutral pool right now that are not bad, and you might want to consider that. Z, okay, what G&G says Z. Does that mean you're falling asleep on me there, G&G, or what? All right, so those are the Bears and Bulls report. Let's take a look at the line moves today. Let's see which game has the biggest line moves. We're going to look at the college basketball for now. Let's take a look at some of the college basketball biggest line moves today, and we'll see if we'll keep an eye out on these teams to see if they can make you some money. And we'll get to the Streakcatcher in a bit. Miguel unfortunately lost his pick yesterday, but had a good run. But we got a new streaker at the Streakcatcher. So let's take a look here of some of the college basketball biggest line moves today. I don't consider 0.5 a big line move. -1. Now we're starting to get there. Iona over Quinnipiac. And let me see any big line moves here today. Manhattan. So Manhattan opened up -1, and they are now -3. And look at this. Look at Incarnate Word in San Antonio. Incarnate Word, that's in San Antonio, Texas. The only reason I know that is because I believe that's Incarnate Word is in San Antonio. Correct me if I'm wrong. But when I was coaching an all-star team back in 2011, I think we were in the FBU Football University. We had a team in Canada go up there in San Antonio, and we were practicing at the Incarnate Word facilities. And I believe that's San Antonio. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that is. Let me see here. Gonzaga -1. The big win last night. -13, and they're now 14. In fact, I'm going to do a ATS Calculator prediction on that later on in the show. And let's take a look at the biggest line moves in the over-unders. And McNeese, Southern Eastern Louisiana, opened up at 146.5, and it's now down to 144. So the under money coming in on McNeese, Southern Eastern Louisiana. And let me see here. Anything else to talk about? Wake Forest, Notre Dame. Lines going up on that game. Opened up at 141.5, now 143. And some other big moves here. Elon up a point, went from 129.5 to 130.5. And then we have 146 to 145. And the under is coming in on Oral Roberts and North Dakota State. Let's go to the NHL, see the biggest line moves today in the NHL. And let's see if we can find any value here today. We'll start off with the over-unders. Now, this total opened up at 6, and it's at 6.5 in the Rangers and Penguins. Now, Devils Capitals open at 6, and it's down to 5.5. And the Jets Toronto is now 6.5 after opening up at 6. So, depending where you're getting your odds, we use ours from Bet365, so that's where we're getting these lines from. And Pittsburgh Penguins open up at -156, and we are now at 167 on the money line. And for the Florida Panthers, one of those under the radar teams I was talking about, -132, and we are 141 right now on the Florida Panthers. New Jersey Devils open up at -192 for Washington, and it's 185. So the line movement going against the Capitals in favor of the Devils. So anytime you see the edge column here, we put in the team where the line move favors, right? So obviously Pittsburgh 156 to 167 does favor the Penguins. And then it's went from 132 to 141 on the Panthers and Devils. And let me see here. Boston Bruins opened up at -120. It's now 116 for the Islanders. So bit of a flipperoonie here on the New York Islanders. Flyers 233 minus 250 tonight for the Flyers. Penguins, Toronto's a line move. Detroit and Tampa Bay, big move on the Red Wings. Open up at 370, it's now 357. But I'm not laying 357 on Tampa Bay. I tell you that right now for free. And Dallas minus 135, and it's now at 141. All right. So anybody in the bullpen got any questions today? Any feedback? Hopefully you guys are awake down there. Hopefully you have your cup of Java and enjoying the show. And that was the line move. So let's go to the 80% club. And we're going to open up the club right now. And these are the stats for the 80% club. And I'm just going to hit the all the crons so this way we don't miss any stats. Because, 215, these stats play tricks on us here sometimes. But I got some good stats here today, guys. In fact, the New York Islanders as an underdog the last 3 years, and they're in a cycle of 3 wins and 0 losses. They are 14-1 against the puck line, 13-2 straight up, but 12-3 to the under. So pretty good, interesting 80% club stat here on the Islanders. Winnipeg, nice stat on the puck line, 18-3 on the puck line when they are an underdog the last 2 years, and they're 2-1 in a 2-1 cycle in their last 3 games. So if you do like the puck line, I do have some nice stats supporting the Winnipeg Jets here today. Same thing with Nashville as a road underdog the last 5 years, not 2 years, the last 5 years, when they're 1-2 in their last 3 games, 30-7 on the puck line. So interesting numbers here. If you want to play some puck lines, those are some pretty nice stats right there. All right, Columbus 16-4 the last 5 years, last 4 years as a home underdog. And they lost their last game by 5 goals or less, 16-4 on the puck line. Chicago. Now, I got some good stats here on the over tonight in Chicago, Dallas. And when the Chicago Blackhawks are a road team the last 2 years, and they lost their last game by 3 goals or more, 11-2 to the over. And when they're an underdog the last 2 years, lost the last game by 3 goals or more, 13-3 to the over. So if you do like the game tonight between Chicago and Dallas, there's an interesting angle to the over tonight between Chicago and the Dallas Stars. All right, let me take a look at the bullpen here and see if there's any good comments or feedback to share here with the audience. And again, I'd like to welcome everybody to the Raymond Report. My name is Raymond. I'm originally located here in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. That's right, a crazy Canuck in Ottawa, Ontario. Hopefully everybody's having a good day in the world, because the internet is all over the place. So hopefully we got people from all over. We had Sam Platzas from Switzerland, we had Rui there from Portugal, and we got Matthias from Germany. Haven't seen Matthias in a few days. Hopefully he's doing well out there in Germany. Blow out that Winnipeg Mad. Preds are 4-1 ATS against A-type teams, I believe. Oh, well, I'll take a look at that in a second there, Isaiah. And that's a good little stat right there. And that's what I mean, right? The Preds, I don't know if the Preds I would consider one of my under-the-radar teams, but Winnipeg has been. And, so, all right, let's take a look at the other 80% club. So we got 2 80% clubs here at ATS Stats. In fact, if you go into the dashboard area, you got the old 80% club stats, and then you got the new ones right here. Let's take a look at the newest version of the 80% club stats. I like the old ones a little bit better, but the new ones aren't too bad either. The Philadelphia Flyers taking on, excuse me, man, I'm getting hoarse here today. I got to drink more water. Hey, 24 minutes. Hopefully I can make it for the hour here. All right, here we go. Take number 2. The Flyers 12-1 when they're a home favorite after playing Washington the last 10 years. 92%. So that's a pretty strong stat right there after playing Washington. But let me see. Philadelphia, who do they got tonight? They got Buffalo. Yeah, so if they can't beat Buffalo, I don't know. They got some problems, because Buffalo is in a world of hurting right now. The Predators, the Columbus Blue Jackets, 12-1 against the puck line, on the puck line, when they're a home underdog versus an Eastern Conference opponent the last 2 years. So that's a pretty strong stat right there. The Preds, 11-1 as an away dog, coming off a 4-goal, when they scored 4 goals, 4 in their last game, the last 4 years. So from an offensive stats, that's a pretty good one right there. 11-1 for the Predators. And we got a lot of them on the Pittsburgh Penguins. And let me see, there's so many of them. I don't know. Let me see the one that's more They're almost all the same. The Penguins 9-1 as a home favorite when the total's 5.5 this year. So a pretty solid stat there on the Pittsburgh Penguins. And let me take a look at some of the other ones down here. The Leafs 8-1 as a home team, coming off 2 non-conference games last 2 years. Wow, Columbus 31-3-1 against the spread on the puck line as a home underdog, coming off 2 non-division games the last 6 years. Wow, 31-3-1. That's pretty solid right there on the puck line. And if you do like the put, there's Rui. There's my guy Rui from Portugal. Probably watching a Benfica game there. Hey Rui, was there any championship leagues going today? Hey, there's my good friend Rui Pedro Nogueira from Portugal. Are you from Lisbon there, Rui? All right, so the next segment here on the show today, guys, we're gonna do the team scoring. So let's take a look at the scoring right now for tonight, and I think this is a good way to find out where teams line up offensively, defensively against each other. And I'm only gonna bring up the things that are really stand out. So Rangers, Pittsburgh. Rangers ranked 20th on offense. Pittsburgh ranked 20th on defense. So a bit of a balance act right there. Florida, the 4th ranked offensive team, but only ranked 13th on defense, averaging 2.92 goals a game. New Jersey, 28th on offense, 22nd on defense, and that's not too good. But they're up against Washington, who are the 6th ranked offense. But, it's always been like this with Washington, right? They always a high offensive team, but have trouble keeping the puck out of the net. 24 ranked defense. Nashville, 27th on offense, up against Carolina. I think Carolina is going to probably be the team to beat in the East. I think Carolina, that futures ticket is looking really good right now. And if you're a Carolina fan, you should be smiling like a butcher's dog because they're looking pretty good. Nashville, 28th on defense. The Bruins, 17th on offense, but the Bruins play good defense. They're ranked number 5, and they're up against the Islanders, who are ranked 3rd on defense. So this could be a defensive battle here tonight between the Bruins and the Islanders. And Buffalo, Philly, let's pass and move on. Nothing to see here, folks. Winnipeg, Toronto, this will be a good game. The Leafs coming off 2 losses to the Vancouver Canucks. Winnipeg ranked 7th and 12th on offense. Toronto ranked 3rd on offense, 4th on defense. So they got 2 categories there in the top 10. And this is the worst game of the night. Tampa Bay, Detroit. Next, Chicago, Dallas. 13th ranked Chicago and 17th on defense, giving up 3.08. I'll tell you one of the 2 exciting players to watch is DeBrincat and Kane. When they're in overtime, there's no 2 better duo than those 2. Those are your Batman and Robin, top 2 guys watching overtime. And, if you've watched overtime, it's some of the best hockey. It's the best 5 minutes of hockey that you can get, especially a Chicago Blackhawks game. Kane and DeBrincat, they move that puck around like it's magic. Really nice to see. All right, let's take a look now at the computer picks for today, and let's go to the NHL. Now, with only NHL going, a bit of college basketball, but I don't do much college basketball. Everybody knows the reason why, because NBA and NHL are going, so that's why the show is dedicated more to the NHL. And we will dabble a bit into the college basketball a bit, but not as much. There's plays and parlays. The Bruss not playing tonight, and Bruins really banged up on defense. Rask is also hurting. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. And plus, I got a couple system plays on Boston, so I'm going to share that in a second. But let's go to the computer picks here today. Now, I give out the computer picks each and every day on the Raymond Report. If you go to our front page, you can see that those picks are up on our front page. And we'll kick it off with the Rangers taking on the Penguins. 167 is the line on Pittsburgh. The over-under at 6.5. Forecast, going to lean with Pittsburgh here, 3.49, and the Rangers 2.42. Last 3 games have gone over the total for New York, and the last 4 for Pittsburgh have gone over, and the Kogo is at 25%. Florida taking on the Columbus Blue Jackets. Now, Florida a 141 favorite, the over-under at 5.5. Forecast, going to lean with the Panthers tonight, 3.07, 2.78, the over-under at 5.85. The last 6 games for the Blue Jackets have gone under the total, and the puck line might be worth a look. We've gave some great stats today on the Columbus Blue Jackets on the puck line. Washington, without Tom Wilson, he's sitting his first of 7 tonight for that hit against the Bruins. And 185 is the line here, over-under at 5.5. ATS forecast, going to lean with the Capitals here, 3.51, 2.72, the over-under at 6.26. Now, looking at this game, the Devils, they have like Plays and Parlay said it. The Boston Bruins are hurting, and you can tell by the loss to the New Jersey Devils in their last game. But I do have, when I get to the angle, I'm going to show you some nice stats on the Boston Bruins tonight. Washington take care of business in the last game, winning 3-1 over the Flyers. The Kogo tonight is at 49%. All right, Islanders tonight good. We'll get to that in just a second. Benfica always, Lisbon right on Rui. And again, welcome everybody to the Raymond Report. My name is Raymond, and this is where I hang my hat each and every day right here at ATSstats.com. Nashville taking on the Carolina Hurricanes. The Canes a minus 200 price today. Over-under set at 5.5. ATS forecast going to lean with the Canes here. 3.39, 2.85 for Nashville. The over-under set at 6.24. 61% chance of winning for the Preds. 15% for the Canes. We're on a 5-game win streak, and that's why their chance of winning is lower than Nashville because of that 5-game win streak. The game of the night, maybe, the Boston Bruins taking on the New York Islanders. Now, the Bruins, as Plays and Parlay said, are really hurting. And looking at tonight's starting goalie, it looks like Halak might be getting the nod here tonight for the Bruins up against Semyon Varlamov. So this is going to be an interesting matchup. New York is good at home. And that's the game of the day we're going to break down in just a few minutes. So I will come back and break down this game. And right now, the computer pick likes the Bruins, 2.79, 2.47, the over-under at 5.26. Buffalo taking on the Philadelphia Flyers. Big price tag on the Flyers, minus 250, and Buffalo 5.5. 56% chance of winning. And don't look now, but the Buffalo Sabres on a 7-game losing streak. You know, things are really going are not good. The way they're playing, they're going to get the first overall draft. Buffalo, you're on the board pretty soon for the first overall pick. Depending if you, unless there's another Ottawa screw job like last year with that lottery system. Don't even get me going with that NHL lottery system. You know, how does a team like New York who go in the bubble and get the first overall pick while a team like Ottawa, you know, had a brutal season? You know, but I'm not complaining because Stützle is looking pretty good right now compared to Lafreniere. So keep that lottery pick the way it is. Okay. All right, the Buds. The Buds are taking on the Winnipeg Jets here tonight, and Toronto 185 favorite. The over/under at 6.5. Jets coming off a 7-1 shellacking to the Montreal Canadiens in the last game, so big bounce back game here tonight for Winnipeg. They've been off 2 days, so they had 2 days to think about that game, so they should be well rested. And Toronto 4-2 loss to the Vancouver Canucks, and you know, we'll see what's going to happen here tonight with the Maple Leafs. And we got a 49% chance of winning for Toronto, 3.26, 3.11, the over-under at 6.37. Tampa Bay all over Detroit, 3.1 to 2.8. And Chicago taking on Dallas. We got the Dallas Stars winning this one, 3.01, 2.61, the over-under at 5.62. All right, let's get to the value play of the day. Now, the way I do this value play, guys, is I look at the Rain Report, and let me bring up the 2 best value plays of the day. And if you look at last night's value plays, I gave out, and now when I say the value plays, these are not my selections. These have everything to do with exactly that. You know, I shop for value, I play the percentages, right? Now, I'm looking for value. Which team tonight, when I break down all the matchups, and I'll show you how I do this. And if you are new to the Rain Report, the Rain Report is based on 3 key fundamentals of sports handicapping: value, percentage play, and I look for cycles. Now, what I do when I look for value in the play, I come up with my own line. I have my own formula, and you can find it each and every day right here in the Daily Market Value Index. I call it the DMVI. And I had the Pittsburgh Penguins at minus 127. And you want to take this line right here and compare it to the bookmaker's line. Now, I have it at minus 127, and the bookmaker has it at 167. I feel this is the true line, but this is the inflated line, taking market psychology and how the bookmaker's thinking to get balance action on both sides of the ledger, right? So they can't post 127 because the whole world will be on it. So they got to figure a line that they can put that they can probably get the people betting on the Rangers, right? So what I've done is every day I go through my my value report, and I take this line here, right here, and I look and I compare it to the opening line. Now, here are the overvalued plays of the night. Now, keep in mind, you got A, B, and C type teams, okay? So the teams that I feel that are overvalued tonight, and let me bring up the NHL premium report. There's my guy, Sam Plaster from Switzerland. How you doing, Sammy? Yeah, I can't call you Slam and Slammy because we already got a Slam and Sammy Sneed, so I got to think of a new nickname for Sam Plasta. Hey, we only got one Slam and Sammy, and he's here in Sammy Sneed. But what is a good site, easy to bet and cash out? Bookmaker. Bookmaker is the best site out there. Number one, hands down, bar none. Bookmaker is the best site on the internet. International too, right? And thinking international guys. I know the U.S. that you guys are forced to bet at the fantasy sites, DraftKings and FanDuel. But if you're an international user, to me, Bookmaker hands down the number one sports book out there. Now looking at the value here, so let's go back to the value report. Sam the Man, Sam the Man, yeah, we like that. Remember Sam the Man record, Sam the Record Man. Remember Sam the Record Man in Toronto? Big Toronto record store, Sam the Man. All right, so what I do is I take this line here and the most overvalued lines here tonight. Now these teams here that I'm going to mention, they're overvalued, but they have, but if you're gonna, it's like I said yesterday, if you go to a pizza place and you know a good 2-for-1 pizza for $10, it's a pretty good deal. But then you get that fancy pizza place where it's like $40 a pizza. It's really good too, but you're overpaying for it, right? It's the same type of mindset. Here are your overvalued teams tonight: Pittsburgh, Florida, Washington, Carolina, Philadelphia, Tampa Bay, and Dallas. Those are your teams that, in my books, compared to my lines, they're overvalued. And now the lines that have the best value tonight. Now there's a lot of teams that have value, but I'm gonna give you the two best for document reasons. We'll document these two plays, and these are your two lines that have the best value tonight. And I don't touch teams that are C-type teams. Teams below 500 when it comes to the value report. Depending if they're playing another C-type team, I normally don't touch. But here's, to me, your two best value lines of the game tonight. The first value play of the day is the New York Islanders. I think the New York Islanders, I had them listed at 160, and you're getting a discount at 116. I think the New York Islanders minus 160 are a great value play for tonight. And your second value play of the day, any guess? Any guess where the second value play is today? Let me give you guys 20 seconds to think where the second best value play is. Any guess? No, I see a Preds. I see Bruins. I see Hawks. No, and no. Chicago, no. Chicago, no. Jets, there, bingo, we got a winner. The Winnipeg Jets. The Winnipeg Jets are your second best value play today at the Raymond Report. And let's take a look at the value. I had him at 124. So 124, we're getting 165. So, and they're an A-type team. So you got a team above 60% in the standings. I had them listed at minus 124, but they're up against another A-type team that they're listed at minus 193. So you can see, this is a great value play here tonight. And when these teams play each other, an A-type team, not a lot of value here, like a lot of volume here. I just got to be the first. I just got here. What's the first? Right on, Rashad. How you doing? Oh, the first one was the New York Islanders. The New York Islanders are the first value play, and the second one is the Winnipeg Jets. And our value plays went 3-0 yesterday. We had Anaheim, Minnesota, and what was the other one? You guys recall what the other value play was last night? Let me see if I can bring it out here again. Vancouver. So we had a pretty good night with the value line, and this is a good way to shop for value. Play the percentages, and so this is a good play here tonight. Now, the number one percentage play of the night, and now I'm talking about this right here. So what I'm looking for in the percentage play, the chances of winning, the cow. So I call this the cow, the chances of winning. And I'm also, again, I don't touch C-type teams because you can't trust C-type teams. They're like an old high school sweetheart. They're going to break your heart, right? Hey, you're welcome, Rashad. No problem, buddy. Raymond, and how about the overs? The overs. You know what? The overs were, to me, this year, because these teams are playing a lot of division opponents. Like, you're getting teams facing the same team 3 games in the same, like, 5 nights. There's so much film. There's so much line matching. Even the bookmakers have given up posting 6.5. You're seeing a lot of 5.5s now, right? So the overs, to me, very tough to pick right now because of those type of situations. I think the Bruins are the play tonight. All right, so what I'm looking for here is the percentage play. So I gave you guys my top 2 value plays. Now I'm going to give you my number 1 percentage play of the night. Any guess? Any guess where you guys think my top percentage play of the night is? And it's all about percentages. It's not the records. It's all about situational handicapping on a decent team that's in a good percentage spot to win. Any guesses? My top percentage play? Jets? Nope. Bingo. Mark Nation's all over it. Chicago Blackhawks. I think the Chicago Blackhawks are the number 1 percentage play of the night. Actually, where did it says 58%, but the reason why, a B-type team, actually, when I look at my numbers here, 58%. Against 66%, but they're a C-type team. All right, so that's the reason why I'm going against the 66% here. 58% on a B-type team. They're 4-1 on the road against C-type teams. I think Chicago is a good percentage play. Now, you might be saying, is that your top play tonight, Ron? It's just when you look at the fundamentals of my handicapping, these are things I call indicators, and those are when I look at these situations, the percentage play, the value, I got to string along more indicators before they make the cut as one of my top plays of the night. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. And why are the Stars a fave? Yeah, that's a great question. You know what? I'll tell you why in the angle. Now, am I at the angle? Yeah. So we're at the sports betting angle. Okay. So new segment. So this was the percentage play. Now, yesterday, if you recalled, I talked about the the winning streak, right? We had numbers talking about the winning streak. So what I did this morning, and I'm going to try to do this every day in the show. This is called the angle, the betting angle. Maybe I'll dub it the betting angle. So what I did is I went and I looked at NHL favorites, NHL underdogs on winning by 1-goal games. I've noticed, sometimes when things, catch your eye, you're like, man, do you ever see remember a couple of days ago I said Florida, all they do is win by 1 goal. Like 1-goal games. There's so many teams that are involved in 1-goal games. And I said, you know what, I gotta go and dig deep into the stats and go find out the percentages of 1-goal games. And when I do these betting angles, when I do these research, guys, what I take in consideration is the market psychology of the bookmaker and towards the gamblers, right? Gamblers are so instinctive that, and gamblers are very impulsive, right? They're going to bet right away. Let's go now. It's like gut reaction. And when you think about the bookmaker, obviously his job is to make sure to get enough action on both sides of the fence, of the ledger, that he has enough action to make his money in the middle, right? Over a longer period of time, not just on one day. And so what I did here this morning is I went and I said, okay, let's go look at all the NHL games this year, and let's take a look at the favorites coming off 1-goal wins. So teams that are coming off 1-goal wins. Now, the thing, everything in red is not good. Everything in yellow is 60% or higher, and everything in red is 40% or lower. All right? So betting favorites coming off a 1-goal win is not a good investment. Home teams, NHL favorites coming off a 1-goal win, 25-54 against the spread on the puck line, 42-37, but only 53% win percentage. And the over-unders, I didn't find a lot of value in the over-unders on teams coming off 1-goal wins. Now, breaking it down, where is the value on 1-goal wins for favorites? Teams that are coming off 1-goal wins they'll have a total of 6.5, 14-7 for 66%. It gets better. It gets really better. Watch this. NHL favorites coming off a 1-goal loss and the total 6.5. Look at that. 13-2 for 86%. How solid is that? Can I get a hell yeah out there in the bullpen or what? Hey, hell yeah. That's a pretty good one right there. Hey, Steve Austin, hell yeah, right there. That's a pretty good solid stat right there. NHL favorites coming off a 1-goal loss, the total 6.5, 13-2 for 86%. Now, there's no teams matching that description here tonight. So, we'll have to keep an eye out for that. So, I'm asking you guys, anytime you keep an eye out on this, NHL teams that are coming off a 1-goal loss, the total 6.5, let's keep track of this because it could be profitable down the stretch. Now, here's the other angle. NHL favorites coming off 2 1-goal games wins. Okay, so let's say the Flyers won 4-3 and 3-2. So 2 1-goal wins. 8-5 this year. Not a lot of occurrences. Only 13 occurrences. Again, look at this. Not good teams. Teams that are coming off wins, like 1-goal wins, not very good on the puck line. But straight up, 61%. But again, not a lot of occurrences. And down here, teams coming off 2 1-goal game losses. Now, let's see let's take a look at the situation. Some teams are snake bitten, right? They just can't buy a goal or buy a win. So you got to keep an eye out on those teams. Teams that are coming off 2 1-goal game losses are 46-27 on the year for 63%. So let's keep an eye out on teams coming off a 1-goal loss at 6.5 and 2 1-goal game losses. All right. So a very good angle. Now looking at the underdogs, let's take a look at NHL underdogs. Hey, losers lose. And this is what I based my, I came to a conclusion. And teams, don't ask bad teams to do good things for you. NHL underdogs coming off a 1-goal win, don't normally follow it up with another win. 13 and 32 for 28%. There's a reason why they're an underdog, right? So that seems about right. 1-goal wins and totals 5.5, 35%. And then when it's 6.5, it gets even worse at 26%. So be careful betting underdogs, NHL underdogs coming off 1-goal wins. And if they're coming off an NHL 1-goal loss, it gets a little bit better, but it still doesn't even meet the 50% line. 43% on a 1-goal loss, 34 and 45, 4 and 11 when a total 6.5, right? So nothing really to write home. But look at the puck line. Look at the puck line. NHL teams that are underdogs coming off a 1-goal loss and the total's 5.5, 46, 18 and 1 on the puck line. So guys, 1-goal losses, totals 5.5. Keep an eye out on the puck line. That is a great value. Maybe Columbus. Is Columbus coming off a 1-goal loss? Because they got a great puck line record. Maybe Columbus, are they an underdog tonight? They are. I think Columbus could be a great puck line play here tonight. Let me see if Columbus in their last game, did they lose by 1? I don't think so, eh? Let me take a look. Columbus. Columbus, no, 5-0. That's a lot of 1-goal losses right there. But yeah, so keep an eye out on teams coming off a 1-goal loss. Yeah, this could be something on the puck line worth to look at. And coming off 2 1-goal game wins. So if a team's an underdog and they're coming off 2 1-goal game wins, they're not really good in the next game. 50%, which is probably the best one of them all. But on the puck line, they're solid. 8-2, 80%. So this year, guys, I found is very profitable, especially on the puck line. Remember, we've been saying all year on the SBI, if you're not betting underdogs on the puck line, you're missing out on profit. And look at this on the puck line for the NHL. NHL puck line this year, look at all the green here in this column. This is all underdogs. So, guys, when you're looking for underdogs on the angle, betting the puck line, you want to be looking. Where's my report here? There. You want to be looking for teams coming off a 1-goal loss that is totals 5.5, 6.5, not as much as 60%, still good, but 1-goal loss totals 5.5, solid. Look at that, not even 5.5, just a 1-goal loss, 69%. So guys, that's the angle today that I want to report to you guys, and I'm gonna try to do this every show. when the NBA gets here, I'll have some NBA angles. It won't be just a hockey-oriented betting angle. But that's the value of the Rain Report, right? In a nutshell, again, I don't want this, when I first set out to do this show, I want it to be a show that wasn't just talking about, athletes and, that player sucks. And, I love having reasoning behind, theories and thoughts like that. And when you're dealing with money, you know what opinions are like, right? Everybody's got one. But you gotta, to me, if you're gonna have a good, sound reasoning and theory about something, you should have it backed up by, a good rationale. All right, that was the angle. Did you guys enjoy that? Did you guys enjoy the angle? This is a pretty good segment, right? All right, let's go to the next one here, the Streakcatcher pick of the day. All right, so like I said yesterday, Miguel unfortunately lost his play last night. I forget who he had. Miguel. Who did he have? Miguel had again. I think it was the over in Gonzaga. I think he had it over in Gonzaga. But Firelink 047. Now, this guy here has been with us a long time. In fact, he's got a pick up today. And if you go look at Firelink, he's got a lot of picks in the system. You look down here, he's got over let me see, he must be getting close to 200. 189 picks in the system. So this guy's proven. He's done his, he's got all the respect in the world. You make the top 10 in the top 10 streakers. Tip my hat off to you. You're doing a hell of a job. And let's take a look at Firelink 047. He's got CSU Northridge minus 2.5 tonight. Now, Firelink's on a 4-game win streak. 5-game win streak. So he is our current streaker. He's our Frank the Tank right now. And that's our Frank the Tank of the Streakcatcher.com. Everybody can play. Everybody can join. Go to Streakcatcher.com. Streakcatcher.com. Make your play. I'm going to make mine right now. And I'm going to look at Winnipeg, Buff, Toronto, Nashville. And I'm going to go with value. I'm going to take the Winnipeg Jets tonight. That's my Streakcatcher play of the night. Plus 165. I think there's a great value on the Jets. Again, the Jets, go look at the return investment on the year. The Jets have been an awesome team for return on investment. All right, any live bet picks for the Miami game? Yeah, we're going to do that in just a few seconds. Let me see here. You're talking about that game's already in progress, right? The Miami, Florida? Yeah, no, I don't have any live bets. I don't do live betting. I don't do the first half, second halves. But, people in the bullpen might. Anybody in the bullpen. But if you guys have a pick for Raleigh Darcy there, just give him some shout. Give him some love right there. All right, so everybody's invited to play at Streakcatcher.com. Now let's go to the game of the day. Let's take a look at the Rain Report. The game of the day: Boston and the New York Islanders. Let's break down this game. So the Islanders a minus 116 favorite. Over under is set at 5.5. Forecast going to lean with the Bruins 2.7 to 2.4. But like Plays and Parlay said, Bruins are banged up here tonight. Carlo's out because of that hit. Tuukka Rask is out. And but they still got some firepower. They got Marchand, Bergeron, Pasternak, Krejci. So this is not a melon game here tonight for the Bruins. They still got a lot of depth in the lineup. Now the Islanders on a win streak, 5 straight up wins. They're 3-1 against B-type teams at home this year. 10-2 at home. One of the best home records in the season. But I think there's going to be more value on the under here tonight, guys. I like the Islanders, but I think there's better value betting the under tonight between the Islanders and the Boston Bruins. Total's 5.5. We're in an unders market this year, and I think the under is where you want to go tonight between the Bruins and the the Boston Bruins and New York Islanders. I think the under is where you want to go. And again, looking at both these teams, the last 10 games between these two clubs, the under has hit 70%, 3-7 to the under. Give me the under tonight between the Bruins and the Islanders. All right, let's go to the ATS Calculator play of the day. Now, today I'm going to mix it up a bit. I'm going to reset here, and I'm going to give you guys 3 plays using college basketball. And the 3 college basketball plays that I've chosen. I forgot to mention on the angle. So the angle, there's 2 live plays tonight. So the Boston Bruins, I like the Bruins under, but when I looked at this angle here, so the Boston Bruins coming off a 1-goal loss. 1-0 in New Jersey, so they fit the system here as a road favorite. 40 and 17. So this angle here really suits the Boston Bruins and Dallas Stars. Dallas coming off a 1-goal loss, and they're a favorite tonight. And they are home favorite coming off one. Same thing, 40 and 17. So I forgot to tell you guys that when I was looking at the angle. These two teams, Boston and Dallas, when they're coming off this angle here, are live tonight. So be careful with that. All right, let's take a look at the 3 games that I've chosen here. Boston College against the Duke Blue Devils. So Boston College, let's go to Dookie Duke. And survey says we have Duke winning by 10.53. I'm going to write this down. So I got Duke winning by 10.53. The over-under at 148. And what's the line on this game here tonight? 153, so it likes it to go under. And the line is, what, 10 now? 13, so the line's 13. All right, the next game I'm going to reset here for you guys is Wake Forest against Wake Forest against Notre Dame. And this here is the ATS Calculator. You can test it out at atscalculator.com. Notre Dame. Where's Notre Dame? Notre Dame. Notre Dame. Come on, Notre Dame. There you are. All right. Survey says we got a Notre Dame win tonight by 6.53. 6.56, sorry. 131.09. And the line on this game, Wake Forest, Notre Dame, is -8 for Notre Dame and 141.5. So, again, we like it to go under. And the last one I'm going to break down for you guys here is I'm going to break down the BYU and Gonzaga. BYU and Gonzaga. Oh, no, not Butler. BYU. All right. And I got Gonzaga winning by 12. 12.18. Gonzaga. And the over-under at 132.13. And if you look at the total tonight on this game, is 155. So way under and -14. So it has it going way under the total tonight, BYU. That's funny. Thanks for this, Ray. You're the man. All right. You're welcome, Plant-Based. All right. Before I go, I'm going to make my selections here at hockeypicks.com. So, again, if you want to play, everybody can join in at hockeypicks.com. Some of the best hockey handicappers are right here at Hockey Picks. The top scorer right now is still Vasco. Vasco's been the top scorer now for about a week. This guy is absolutely hot. You can follow his picks, and I'll take a look. I'll take a look after. I don't want to be influenced by his selections. The top pickers right now, Joker's got 7 picks along with Kohler. They got 4 cups, meaning they went 4-0 or better. And the hottest picker right now is Richie Rich. Look at this, Richard Appleby, 11-3. Hockey Guru, 11-3. So these two guys are your hottest hockey handicappers in the last couple of days. And let's take a look here at the hockey. I'm going to go Pittsburgh. I like Pittsburgh here, 62%. I'm going to lean with the Islanders. They got a great home record. And I know Boston's a little banged up. Philly, huge. I think Philly takes care of business tonight. Washington, I like Washington at 61%. I'm going to go with the Canes. Canes on home ice are always tough. Florida, Columbus. It's going to be close, but not. I think it's like a 3-2 game for Florida. I'm going to go with the Winnipeg Jets, 61%. Tampa Bay in a blowout. And I think this is the trap game of the night. I think the whole world is going to be on Chicago, and I'm going to take Dallas 65%. And those are my hockey picks tonight, guys. And anybody can make the selections at hockeypicks.com. And if you go look at the consensus, let's take a look at the consensus right now. We'll go with the confidence level, 58% on the Pens, 45 votes. 52% confidence level, 36-16. So look at the votes. Early voting coming in on the Islanders. 60% on Washington, 49 votes to 3. 50-2, that must be 2 people from Buffalo voting the Sabres, 64%. 61%, 45-7 here, favorite the Canes. 38-14, favorite Florida, 55% confidence level. 10 votes for the Winnipeg Jets, so I'm not that off with other people's mindset. 42-10, 54% confidence level. 70% to 30 on the Tampa Bay Lightning. And Dallas, yeah, everybody, see, I told you, right? Everybody's going to be on Chicago. The whole world's going to be on Chicago here. Not the whole world, but a lot more than I thought. I thought it'd be a little bit higher on Chicago, but 49%, 51. That tells me the market is confused on this game, and it could go either way. So there you have it, guys. HockeyPicks.com. You can make your selections, free to play, free to join. Think, pick, kick, save. HockeyPicks.com. All right, guys. Any last questions in the bullpen? Great show today. I always love to chat with the Ramblers and Gamblers, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the angle today. I thought that was a pretty good angle. I can't wait to do the angle when it comes to college basketball, NBA basketball, baseball. Baseball is right around the corner. Has some great angles on the baseball. Jordan Elmore likes the under in Wake Forest. The Demon Deacons have been struggling to score lately. Let's bust the bookies. All right, G&G. Yeah, you're welcome, Plant Base. Let me see. Did I miss any other questions here? I was leaning. Glad to hear. Plant Base, Miami. Over. Awesome. All right. So there you have it, folks. That was the rain report today for a Ruby Tuesday. Pretty quiet Ruby Tuesday, to be honest, eh? I think with the NBA on hiatus, everybody's enjoying a little bit of time off. But that's okay. We'll be back here. Same bad time, same bad hour tomorrow on the Raymond Report. Again, don't forget, folks, if you're interested in my top plays, my best bets, go to Picks, go to Ron Raymond, and you can get my top plays. Didn't have a good night last night. Went 0-2. I had the St. Louis Blues and the under in the Anaheim. So I told you guys I love that play yesterday, and I backed it up with my money, and unfortunately it didn't come in. And if you're interested in the Rain Report membership, only $1 a day, less than $1 a day. It's $99 for the year, and you get all the access to the Rain Report, everything you see on the show, except for my premium picks. Those are sold separately. You can get them each and every day right here at atsstats.com. For Ron Raymond, hey, that's me. Have yourself a great rest of your day, guys. As always, shop for value. Play those percentages. We'll see you back here on Wednesday, Hump Day Wednesday, with another Rain Report. Cheers, guys.